Alien Ruins Complex. More waking flame. And I used the wrong skill, I didn't mean to stealth.
I really don't like your odds.
Okay. This place. So, the altar here. Oh, what's this?
Over here. Voices.
We failed to kill all the assassins, and the wood elf and the mercenary are still alive.
Yes. The High Priest isn't going to be happy about that, but we retrieved the cache hidden in the old sanctuary.
With the contents of the cache, the High Priest should be able to determine where to find the first ambition.
Agreed. And we will soon have the location of another one of the ambitions. As just another Imperial counselor, the High Priest has them all fooled.
Yeah.
Now that's something new. What do you think?
It's gotta be the counselor that starts with V. Really can't remember his name.
Sometimes listening provides the answers we seek. It seems their High Priest is actually one of your counselors. That explains how they knew your movements. And they found whatever they were looking for in the sanctuary.
Right. Sounds like they know where to find one of the ambitions too. And it sounds like they already have one as well.
I'd rather not know any more about this damn secret. It's cursed. But did you see how they opened that portal? They used their amulet on the pedestal. You still have the one we found? Let's find another pedestal and see if we can follow them.
Good idea. But yeah, that Khajiit. What was her name? Disastrix Dansora? Was she the Khajiit? The legate? To the council? Can't remember what her name was. I'll see when we go back there, I guess. That? Danger down there. Hey.
Keep looking. We need to find a pedestal like the one those cultists used.
I'm looking. Maybe here? Is that it?
That pedestal looks promising. Let's talk before you try to open a portal. This may work. It may not. We may open a portal that takes us to the cultists, or we may open one to some dark and deadly corner of Oblivion. Still, nothing ventured, nothing gained. So, ready to try something daring?
Of course. What would you suggest?
It looked to me like the cultists used their amulet on the pedestal and opened a portal. Examine the pedestal and see if there's a place to fit the amulet. These Dagonist fools think they've gotten the better of us. Let's prove them wrong.
Let's.
See if you can use that rather ostentatious... Well, we have a portal. Now to find out if leaping into it turns out to be a good or bad idea.
You go first? Or will I? Let's go. Now where are we? At least we're still alive.
Looks like the portal sent us to another part of the Alien ruins. Let's see what's in this section.
Not a big section. Just be prepared. You it.
I told you we were being followed, Acolyte.
her body disappeared. I wanted to see what she looked like close up. Oh well. Maybe it's a different Khajiit. Portal over there. Okay. Disaster Sensor's journal. I've already sent word to the Exalted High Priest. The Steward and 3 of the Councillors are dead. And the Councillor Itana eludes us, as the Councillor is not currently in the province of Blackwood. I have also sent the documents we uncovered from the Dark Brotherhood Sanctuary. With that information, the High Priest should have no trouble determining the hidden location of the first of the 4 ambitions. Moreover, I have ordered the attack on Blackwood Castle. Soon the documents kept by the other councillors will be ours. Then the locations of all the ambitions will be revealed. Now I must step out and deal with pests that have entered the ruins. I think we've been followed from the sanctuary. I look forward to showing them the true power that the faithful, the Prince of Disaster, can bring to bear when necessary.
We're too late. The location of the ambition was sent to the High Priest. What was that about an attack on Blackwood Castle?
Knew the castle wasn't safe. Preserve the secret. Disastrix Zensora. The time of the 4 ambitions is almost upon us. We must accelerate our efforts, or decades of planning will amount to naught. Emperor Lavik hid the ambitions and was killed before he could inform me of their locations. But he left clues in various hidden catches throughout the Empire. We can also ferret out the portions of the secret that my fellow councillors are aware of before we execute them. And yes, they must die to preserve the secret of the Longhouse Emperors. We'll blame the Dark Brotherhood for their murders, thus deflecting suspicion from the Order of the Waking Flame for as long as possible. Besides, I have recently learned that one of Lavik's catches is hidden in their former Blackwood sanctuary. Send out our best acolytes, kill Steward Farrell Lupus and councillors Abor, Valeria, Etinia, Jurek, and Sophus. We may need to murder Leviticus as well. The former chief councillor is too smart for his own good and may realize what is happening and act against us before we can secure the 4 ambitions. I shall also plan an attack against myself. One that will be foiled but will further implicate the Dark Brotherhood. Remember, do not contact me. I shall contact you. Nothing must reveal my true nature until the appropriate moment. In the name of our Lord of Fire and Flood, High Priest Vendacia. So yeah, Vendacia orchestrated that the Dark Brotherhood was going to kill him, but it was false. So Councillor Vendacia is the High Priest. Because he did seem too gung-ho about us going after the Dark Brotherhood.
Vendacia is the Order's High Priest. I knew I disliked the man the moment he had me beaten.
Yeah.
So, now I know who needs to die for this grave insult to the Dark Brotherhood. Councillor Vendacia, the High Priest of the Waking Flame. But what do you make of that journal entry about the first ambition and an attack on Blackwood Castle?
They sent whatever they found to Vendacia and apparently ordered the cultists to attack Blackwood.
They got what they were after, and now they're sending their forces to kill the rest of the councillors. With the other councillors dead, Vendacia will be the only person who knows the secret of the Longhouse Emperors.
More than that, Leviticus has documents that reveal the locations of the remaining ambitions.
And Vendacia will do everything in his power to get his hands on those documents. I suppose your course is clear. You need to return to Blackwood Castle as quick as you can.
And what are you going to do?
I'm going to stick around and deal with a few more of these Waking Flame cultists. I still have a little anger to work off after that attack on my sanctuary. I suggest you return to Blackwood Castle with all due haste.
You won't come with me to defend the councillors?
I'm an assassin, not a soldier. I've done my part. Now go do yours. When I'm finished here, if Vandacia is still alive, well, then we'll see what we shall see.
Good luck. 'Cause yeah, assassins are good at stealth kills. Not.
That portal should take you back toward the exit, or to some terrible plane of oblivion. One or the other.
Not one-on-one combat. So I'm back in Blackwood to warn the councillors of this attack. It's probably already happening.
Get those doors open. We need to get to the councillors.
They're barred from the other side.
Mercenary, you've returned. Everly's attempting to breach the barracks. Go! The Waking Flame cultists created a distraction. And like raw recruits, both Everly and I fell for it. As soon as we left the castle, they swarmed the place and barricaded themselves inside.
Are the councillors still alive?
I'm not sure. By the time we realized the distraction was nothing more than a ruse, the cultists had locked us out. If the cultists harm Leviticus, Vandacia, and the others, I won't rest until they pay.
So we got Leviticus. Vandacia is the High Priest of the Order. So yeah, Councillor Vandacia is a traitor. He's the High Priest of the Order of the Waking Flame.
What? Are you certain? Vandacia has served Blackwood and the Empire before that for more than 50 years. Enough. We need to get inside. Then we can determine the truth of all this. Find Everly by the barracks and assist her.
But it is the truth. The barracks. Oh yeah. Dead soldiers.
Steady. Wait for it.
Nice.
Now we can go in. Let's... Oh, you're here.
Gosh.
Oh, thank Ifra you're back. Captain Rian and I... They tricked us. Lured us out of the castle. Now the place is locked down and I don't know if any of the councillors are still alive. I've mucked this up real good.
Councillor Vandacia is behind everything. He's the High Priest of the Order of the Waking Flame.
Vandacia? That traitor! He tricked us! Lied to us! Had his own colleagues murdered! And all to get his hands on a few Daedric weapons? But Lyrinth, the Dremora, she told me that the fate of the world was at stake. We need to reach the councillors.
Does that door lead into the castle?
Yes, the barracks connect to the rest of the castle. Since I dispatched the cultist guards, we can get to the councillors and the legates this way. Let's go, but stay alert. We're not sure how many of those cracked acorns are waiting for us in there.
Probably a lot. Hopefully Leviticus is still alive.
Hurry! We need to reach the councillors!
Yeah, I don't care about Vandacia. Don't you dare! They always kill the servants.
I can't believe Vandacia fooled us, or that he's in charge of these fanatics.
I knew there was something suspicious about him. Because he was too persistent about us going after the Dark Brotherhood. Hey.
Vandacia, how could you?
Valeria, with everything at stake, how could I not?
Councillor Valeria! No!
Wow. Well.
You lead.
So I guess Councillor Vandacia already took Valeria's documents.
Baragon? When did you get here?
I came as soon as word arrived from Councillor Leviticus. I was with him when the cultist attacked, but we got separated.
We have to find Leviticus. Come with us, brother. We need to stick together.
Yes.
I knew things were tense, but I didn't think a war would break out the moment I reached the castle. The cultists spilled out of portals like ants erupting from anthills. It was all I could do to get out of the way and reach a place of safety.
At least you're alright. It's good to see you.
And you as well. I arrived as quickly as I could, but even then I was too late to do more than glance at the coded documents. You should hurry, though. Vandacia went after Councillor Leviticus, and he had murder in his eyes. Take my sister and go.
We're on it.
Come on. We don't have time to talk to my brother right now. We need to find Councillor Leviticus. If he's still alive, we need to do everything possible to keep him that way. If he's not, then Vandacia has to pay.
Shouldn't we find out what your brother knows?
My brother will fill us in after we save Councillor Leviticus and whoever else is still alive in the castle. And don't worry about Baragon. He can take care of himself.
Yeah, he used to be an adventurer before he became a scribe. This place looks cool. I mean, that statue. That is cool. But let's continue on. Gotta find Councillor Leviticus. Die. Summon plant fierce. Wow. Daedra. Kill it. Where am I going? This way. Okay, oh, I've got a companion lightning star. Maybe I'll give that to Bastion.
Councillor Valeria. She's dead. We have to keep looking for Leviticus.
So is that Baragon that's throwing those bottles? Okay. Sorry I couldn't save you, Feyre. We gotta find Leviticus. Back outside? Oh no!
Vandacia, you traitor!
I will finish what the Longhouse Emperors started, Leviticus. I will set loose the power of the four ambitions. Lord Dagon, hear your high priest. Send forth a champion to destroy these men.
Kill it! Kill it!
And obeys! Death to the mortals! Don't worry about me. Deal with that creature.
Good, he's alive. He's worried though.
Councillor Leviticus, you're alive. Let me get you out of here and somewhere safe.
Vandacia. The bastard fooled us all.
But yeah, that full... It's still high, but not... You die height. But now we know that Vandacia is our enemy, we can act. But yeah, where was the ruler of the city during all of this? What was her name? Kalo?
Friend of my sister, come, speak with me.
Give me a sec.
A moment, please. Talk to the scribe while I catch my breath.
Glad you're alive.
Thank the gods Councillor Leviticus and the legates survived the attack. Even Countess Caro was able to slip away unharmed. We were lucky. The casualty count could have been much higher.
Countess Caro, not... What did I say? Kalo? Caro. I bet she's involved in this somehow too.
Now that Vandacia and his cultists have run off, you should talk to my brother, Baragon. He's the scribe that Councillor Leviticus sent for. I think he was able to translate at least part of the coded documents before Vandacia grabbed them.
Nice. What do they say?
Now that we're out of immediate danger, I will say it is good to see you again. I only wish it was under better circumstances. I have good news, however. I deciphered the code in the documents you recovered.
I'm glad you're safe too. So, did the document tell you where to find the 4 ambitions?
I'm not sure. I only translated a small bit of the code before the assault began. It mentioned a vault to protect them, which I assumed to mean the ambitions. It's hidden in the Ogel Bok, but I'm not familiar with the term.
Well, there's 4 vaults that were moved. So, the Ogel Bok?
Argonian, perhaps? It sounds like it, but I'm not sure. I haven't reported to Councillor Leviticus yet. Since it looks like he wants to talk to you now, please inform him of my findings. And tell him I apologize I wasn't able to decipher any more.
Better than nothing. I'll go talk to Councillor Leviticus now.
Let Councillor Leviticus know what I deciphered from the coded document. That the vault that protects them is hidden in the Ogel Bok. I wish I had been able to finish translating all the documents before Vandacia stole them.
It's good to see you again, Baragon.
And you as well, my friend. Thank you for continuing to assist my sister. I know she can handle herself, but that doesn't mean I don't worry about her.
So why didn't Vandacia try to kill you too?
I imagine he didn't think I had time to decipher any of the coded passages. I barely had a moment to look at the documents when the portals opened and his cultists burst in. Luckily, I'm very familiar with that particular code. It was my specialty.
We can't tempt you to come with us to find the vault?
Alas, my adventuring days are long past. I'm much more comfortable these days with a quill and ink instead of a sword and shield. I'll stick around and ask if Councillor Leviticus requires any more of my services, though, as long as I'm here.
How old he is. I mean, he is a wood elf, so they wouldn't age like us humans.
Vandacia will pay.
Vandacia.
I swear it.
Councillor Leviticus, you need to rest.
He does.
Vandacia. A high priest of Mehrunes Dagon. Has he been a Daedric cultist all these years? I failed to see the signs, and now the counselors. They're all dead. Valeria, Sophis, Eibor, and Jirek.
Vandacia tricked us all. I only learned the truth after events at the Dark Brotherhood Sanctuary.
Yes, of course. The Sanctuary. I suppose this proves the Dark Brotherhood wasn't involved in the plot to murder us. What else did you uncover while you were away?
Vandacia is the cult's high priest, and they know the location of one of the ambitions.
It's worse than that. Vandacia wrestled the documents you acquired from the other counselors away from the scribe. Once he translates them, he may know the location of all 4 of the ambitions.
Baragon translated a portion. It mentioned the Ogel Bak, but he doesn't know that word.
Ogel Bak. I've heard that term. It's Argonian. I believe it refers to a natural formation deep in the Blackwood marsh. But Vandacia was more familiar with that region than I. I know someone who can help us, though. I believe you already met her.
You know someone who can help us locate the hidden vault?
If the term leads us to the vault, so be it. All we can do is follow the clues we've been given. Talk to Keshu the Blackfin. If anyone can help us navigate the wilds of Blackwood, it's Governor Keshu.
Yeah. She was in Gideon.
Do as Councillor Leviticus ordered, mercenary. While you and Everly track down the vault, I must redouble my efforts and make sure the legates and the Countess remain safe. My brigadines will be needed again before all is said and done, I'm sure.
Yeah, I'm sure you will.
Councillor Leviticus' suggestion is wise. If not Governor Keshu, someone in Gideon should know where to find the Ojel Bok. If it's actually a place, that is. Just make sure you watch out for my sister. Everly is good, but she's still learning.
She's been valuable thus far.
Damn. I can't believe Vandacia is a traitor and a cult leader. And he killed Valeria. Almost killed Leviticus. He's been ahead of us the entire time. We can't let him get to the ambitions. We just can't.
Councillor Leviticus recommends we go to Gideon and ask Keshu about the term Ojel Bak.
Alright, we have a plan. In the meantime, we saved Councillor Leviticus, cleared the Dark Brotherhood of the murders, and determined Vandacia is the traitor and leader of the cult. You did good, my friend. Here, your share of our compensation.
I did good. All in a day's work.
So, the information from the former councillors points to an Argonian location. Someplace called the Ojel Bok. Vandacia ran off with the documents before we could learn more. Now we need to figure out what it means before his cultists beat us to it.
We don't know what Ojel Bak means or how to find it.
No, but Councillor Leviticus has heard the term. Says it's a landmark in the Solzan territory. The document suggested it's a site connected to the four ambitions. Maybe where the weapons are stored? We need to consult with an expert on that region.
The Solzan, I think, are those Argonian Nagas. I've seen some of them and they don't really look like Nagas. They just look like purple Argonians. Do we know an expert?
Governor Keshu of Gideon. Councillor Leviticus says she knows the swamps and bogs of Blackmarsh like the back of her hand. So, can I count on you? Will you come with me to Gideon to talk to Keshu the Blackfin?
Of course I'll go with you.
We'll meet up in Gideon. We can talk to Governor Keshu there. She has to know about this Ojel Bok thing. She has to.
So what can you tell me about Keshu? We only briefly met her. But she said she used to be a general in the Ebonheart Pact. And the Blackfins was her company.
Just what I've heard. She emerged from the Black Marsh swamps and made a name for herself as a freedom fighter. Battled Dark Elf slavers along the Morrowind border. When the Akaviri invaders arrived, she took her soldiers and helped save Windhelm.
When did that happen?
About 10 years ago now. Defeated the invasion and helped form the Ebonheart Pact. Even commanded the Pact army during the start of the Three Banners War. Then one day she turned in her commission. Came back to serve as Governor of Gideon.
Yep, and she has the ambition of making Gideon a gateway between Blackmarsh and the rest of the world. So anything else I should know?
Keshu's progressive as far as Argonians go. I hear she has an interest in the history of the Argonians, but she genuinely seems committed to creating an open and enlightened community for all people in Gideon. Actually, I can't wait to talk to her.
So what do you know about Gideon?
What did the spinners say? Oh yes, it's one of the 8 major cities of Blackmarsh, but its proximity to Cyrodiil makes it more Imperial than Argonian. In fact, Vandacia represented the Empire in Gideon for decades. Until, well, you know.
Yeah. So was Vandacia in charge of the city before he revealed his connection to the cult?
No, more of an advisor of sorts. Like the councillors here in Leowyn. Governor Keshu is the leader of the city. When Vandacia revealed himself to be the head of a Daedric cult, well, that pretty much put an end to his government service.
Were you surprised by his treachery? I wasn't really.
Now that you mention it, very much so. He was a member of the Elder Council. His name was on the list of people that knew Leovik's secret. I thought I was supposed to protect him, keep him safe from the murderer. But he was the murderer.
Well, when I first met him, he did seem like he was hiding something. So where is Vandacia now?
After he killed Valeria and grabbed the coded documents, he ran. He could be anywhere. He's had decades to establish the waking flame and set up hiding holes. But he's after the ambitions, same as us. We need to find the hidden vault before he does.
Yeah, who knows what he wants to do with the ambitions. So I have to go back to Gideon. Talk with Keshu. But yeah, I'm going to end this one here. And we'll continue questing in the next one. Thanks for watching.